There are people that are under the impression that Discovery, because of AT&T basically letting off their assets to their Warner Media side and allowing that to merge with Discovery, they are under this impression that Discovery is going to save shit, because you see some of the cleaning house elements. You see more so with DC Comics. You've seen the comments, the reports, things are being canceled, and they're like, oh, well, some people are really like, oh, Discovery is gonna save this. If you don't think Discovery is in on it, on the same social justice, child manipulating, abusive, groom tactic shit, you're in for a rude awakening. I am going to show you something that is very fucking hard to watch. Cringe factor is through the roof, but also this may anger you. But this is a Discovery Plus original. So this ain't some shit that's on some off property that happens to be on the Discovery Plus platform. This is something that they themselves have funded. Okay? They themselves have funded, and they are putting forth as original content.
Welcome to the Pink Palace, my lovely friend.
I first discovered drag at 13. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I wanted it. Put on the wig and the makeup, and I'm someone completely different. I'm so pretty!
My drag name is Vanessa Shimmer, and she is just a force you cannot reckon with.
How do I parent a child that wants to do drag?
I never expected drag to be a part of our lives.
Oh my God, these are so cute.
These are problems I never thought I had to prepare for.
What I love about drag is the glitz and the glam.
My name is Noah, and I'm transgender.
Have you talked to mom and dad about the pictures?
What do you think of taking those photos down? The constant reminder that they had to pretend I was a boy.
Do you think a mom would ever want to watch me do drag?
How do I explain this to my child that she doesn't fully accept Novella?
Making friends has been a hard thing for me to do.
All right, I'm done here, guys. I'm sorry. No. Here's the thing. I think the fact that this exists is more of a problem being stated than anything. The fact that it exists is one thing. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that companies and people just in general fear almost no consequence from promoting material like this, creating the material in the first, from cuties, remember that, on up to what we're dealing with now, goes to show how far we've come. And maybe we do need a crusade. But I believe we're dealing with actual fucking demons here. I feel like we're dealing with demons. Literal fucking demons. Okay? And these evil pieces of shit have attempted to normalize this behavior. And when you're dealing with something like drag, for example, like specifically that in itself is something that has always been like adult oriented, right? Like it is specifically an adult thing that is done by adults, and it's very raunchy, right? This is what made like this whole story time shit. This is what made that so egregious that they would target children with that stuff, because this isn't something like the existence of it, the historical ramifications of it, or the historical context, of it has always been geared for raunchy fucking adults. Okay? So it has this kind of more erotic in nature kind of situation. Okay. So the fact that they would even allow children to pursue such a fucking thing, film the shit, present it as if this some, oh, well, they're like, it's this positive thing, goes to show again how far we fucking come. And it is hard to stomach sometimes. And if you speak with like social justice leftists, they'll try to gaslight you, act like, well, it ain't so bad. There is no agenda. There's no targeting of the children. There's no any of that. And Tyra Banks is a part of this, if I'm not mistaken. But that's very well what it is. And we know that. And do not allow these guys to try to present you as if you're crazy because you simply acknowledge it. Again, the fact that they feel so emboldened to even put something out because they're like, well, this is normal now. There's going to be no consequences to us. Goes to show you how far we've come. Discovery Plus or Discovery ain't saving dick. They're in on it much like the rest of the Hollywood fucking brands. And like the rest of them, they need to suffer a fate of being economically fucked so that they cannot produce such trash. And even if they ever dare to pivot at any point in time, that's not good enough. Let them fall, because anybody that could produce such fucking filth, all the criminals that were involved in having fucking young, and that one girl didn't seem like a teenager at all. That one girl looked like she was more like 10 year old range. So the fact that they pushing this shit and they think this shit's okay, no, they deserve to suffer in other ways, but in terms of what you can do in your power economically, they deserve to be fucking punished. Do not believe in this hype. Do not think that this merger means a goddamn thing. Do not think, well, maybe I'll give this company some money because they're gonna save DC Comics. No, they ain't saving shit. They in on it, and you gonna get much of the same bullcrap. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on YouTube.com/YoungRipper59 and Odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, EricDJuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.